So like I said, I wanted to go through this Passover directory, which include two popular guides in one. It's just not only food, it's medicine and cosmetics by the Star K. The Star K is one of the leading kashrut organizations in America. This one was produced by the Kollel of Los Angeles. And it's just interesting, just to read the introduction. It says this. The Kollel has been zoche, meaning they had the merit to provide the tzibur, the community. That's, by the way, another typical thing for the Orthodox community in America is when they write in English to put as many Hebrew words as possible. So, God forbid, we're not talking a foreign language. We're just doing it for those who can't. So, you could say had the merit to provide the community. Has been zoche to provide the tzibur with the Pesach guide to cosmetics and medications over 28 years. So a lot of this is about medicines and cosmetics, and we'll go through some of it. And then the second paragraph says this: several prominent rabbonim have questioned the need for this list. So they admit that a lot of rabbis said, what is the point of making a list of medicine and cosmetics? Just say in general, I could sum it up for you in one line. All medicine is kosher for Pesach. If it's non-essential and you have doubt, you could ask someone about that specific medicine. And all cosmetics are kosher for Pesach. You don't need how long is this personal care list? It starts on page 154 to 234.
I used to live with that.
Like 80 pages of like all the eyeliners, makeup, blushes. Why is this necessary? So they admit, the rabbi said, you don't need that. But some rabbis urged, both for reasons in halacha and minhag, that the established practice be continued. Right? What is the established practice? Of publishing the book. It has been published for 28 years, now it's an established practice, we have to continue. So and it's interesting to know that someone took on himself to start producing the guide, and after 28 years, it's already been hag, and you have to follow it, even though people question whether it's necessary or not. Okay, that's fine. So they go here through the product directory, Pesach Kitchen. I want to go quickly through this. Okay, so they speak about alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages, if they're made from grain, we don't use them. If they're not made of grain, if they're not grain-based, then you could use them, no hechsher is needed. Almond milk. Look at the ingredients. Most almond milks, I know that Breeze, for example, this brand, doesn't contain any grain. You just look at the ingredients and you know if it's kosher or not. You don't need a hechsher for that. Ammonia. All ammonia is kosher. Good news? Anyone? You drink ammonia? Right? They mean Clorox, right? Or Javel. Yeah. Apple juice. See juices. Okay, we'll go to juices. What do they say about juice? All fresh juices require kosher for Pesach certification. According to the guide. Definitely don't need that. No, fresh juice is fresh juice. That's what it contains. There's no hametz in it. Fresh juice from concentrate, soft drinks, no problem at all. Applesauce, same thing. No kosher for Pesach required, even though they say that.
Is it corn sweetener they're worried about?
No. They in the apple juice they don't use corn sweeteners. They use fructose, usually concentrated from. They sometimes use glucose or sucrose from grapes, but even that is not a problem. They will make that into non-kosher because it'll be a nesech, but that doesn't apply the non-Jewish wine. Baby bottle. Since it comes into contact with chometz, with hametz, either washed with dishes or boiled in hametz, new ones should be purchased. That's the easy recommendation. Just buy new ones. It doesn't work for everyone. People with big families, they can't afford to buy baby bottles also every year, so not necessary. Clean them regularly. It's not about baby cereal. They write all baby cereal requires reliable KFB. year-round baby rice cereal is not acceptable because it is made on Hametz equipment. That is this whole argument of being that products are being used on Hametz equipment is not true. Especially when you talk about, we're not talking about a small bakery or a small factory that does 2 or 3 products. You talk about baby cereal, you have dedicated company, a Gerber, Beech Nut. They have hundreds of products, and when they let's say that they use the same production line for 2 different products, let's say rice cereal and wheat cereal, they, after finishing the rice cereal, will thoroughly clean and vice versa before moving to the next product because of the concern today that we have of allergies. They're not going to risk it. And as a matter of fact, they will not use the same equipment for 2 different products. It's not worth it. The stopping and cleaning is not worth it. They will have a dedicated equipment. So just look at the ingredients, and that goes not only for baby cereal, but for adult cereal as well. Rice Krispies or anything like that is only rice, or Chex cereal, most of it is gluten-free. Look at the ingredients. If it doesn't say that it has wheat, barley, or other ingredients that are grain-based, you could use it for Pesach. Same goes for baby food, baby formula. Baby wipes. Any without alcohol may be used. Same problem. So people just, alcohol, this is some alcohol, it's grain alcohol, but grain alcohol is not kosher only when it's consumable.
Right.
The grain alcohol that is used in non-edible products is high concentration, and don't drink it.
External.
Right? It's external, exactly.
External.
What?
Street alcoholics used to drink Sterno.
Okay.
From a can, or this thing that you heat up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, my friends in the Israeli army who came from the Russian army used to drink jet fuel, even though they couldn't get vodka. So,
well, I'm sure.
So I'm mentioning those things just to show you how it's really mind-numbing to think that they put those things into the list, and then people believe that this is really a problem.
You carry so much bad habits.
Yes, true.
But they explained yesterday about the morning naps. He said,
Yeah.
You know what? She said, what should I do? I have the Cuisinart, piece of plastic. And
Right, it's a piece of plastic and a blade.
With hot water, and she wants
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
There is a lot of that.
Right. We used and I'm saying even from 20, 30, 40 years ago, the quality of appliances and the material has been so improved in an unbelievable manner that there's no problem there. But here they say this next thing: balloons, all without powder, are kosher for Pesach. What are you? You eat the balloon, you blow air into it. Said okay, Band-Aids, all good news. You could use all Band-Aids. Okay, bath treatment. What bath treatment? So okay, oatmeal bath treatments are made of oatmeal, which is real chametz. They must be sold as disposed of before Pesach. We spoke about that. Bath treatment doesn't matter what it's made of. It's not edible. It's not edible. So when it's true that
What are you talking about bath treatment, like shampoo?
no, not like I think it's bubble bath. That's what they mean when you put.
Wash the bath?
No, not to wash the bath. Just additives to make. Yeah, for skin treatment. Yes. The thing is that regarding Yom Kippur and also regarding Pesach, the Gemara speaks about the concept that anointing the body or applying creams to the body is like eating. So on Yom Kippur, they say that if you apply oil to your body, you cannot apply oil to your skin because it's like eating. They based on the pasuk, "Vatavo kamayim bekirbo v'chashemen ba'atzmotav." They speak about the blessing, that the blessing is absorbed in the body like water, like drinking water and applying oil. So they say, you see from here, we see that creams or oils are like food. Now, but even regarding Yom Kippur, it's clear from rabbinic period throughout the halacha literature that it's not a biblical prohibition. It's a fence, meaning that if one did apply oil on Yom Kippur to his body, it's not considered that he broke the fast. It's just he went against a rabbinical prohibition. Now, regarding Pesach, the same concept would apply, that if you apply to your skin hametz, some kind of hametz product, it's as if you ate it, right? But that's only if that product is edible. If it's not edible, it's already not hametz to begin with. It's not, people say, no, you're not allowed to derive benefit from hametz. I'm not deriving benefit from hametz because that avino or oatmeal-based bath treatment was never food to begin with.
Right. Like
So-
make creams for pain. Like I use something for arthritis.
Yeah.
The system absorbs it.
Right.
But it's medicine.
Yeah.
Is there prohibition for
No,
any
of course
medicine?
not.
So as
No.
long as it's medical.
Yeah. No, and also as long as it's not food, it's not a problem. I'm jumping to the letter F because it's similar. Finger paints. They say some brands contain wheat or oats and should be sold and put away with the hametz. Finger paints. There, the kids put it on their fingers. Maybe they even put it's in their mouth, but it's not edible. It's not meant for food. They said the same thing with Play-Doh. Play-Doh, if digested, maybe it's not a problem, but it's not edible. All these things, complete nonsense. They're really just scare tactics. Just make it seem to people that it's impossible to go through Pesach without adhering to guides, without all the systems. There are also soaps that have oats in them. Same thing, you could use them on Pesach. There's no problem. They're not edible. Bleach, okay, blush, rouge, borscht. Butchers see meat. So let's go for a second and see what they write about meat. This question was brought up. What if you have meat raw? Because beef, lamb, veal. I guess doesn't apply to chicken. Interesting. All packaged raw meat products should be used with Passover approval from a reliable certifying agency. Why? Big lie.
They might have a sandwich in the butcher
What sandwich? The butcher. Really?
Butcher shop. That's what I was told.
Really? And you think that they have a mashgiach there? While they're packaging, they make sure that the piece of bread doesn't fall into the. You have the federal regulations, and ideally, I hope we buy our meat from a place that is sanitary enough to make sure that the workers don't eat while in the packaging facility. Right. If they say that, I think you're right. This is from the butcher shop of the mom and pop's butcher shop of the 30s. But maybe people would make the sandwiches next to the. Not a problem at all. And if you have steaks or chicken or anything that is in your freezer and it's from before Pesach, no problem. The problem is with frozen products that you might buy from the butcher that are not just meat or poultry, but rather prepared food like stuffed grapevines or kugel, right, or things like that. With that, right, you want them to be kosher for Pesach. Candy and groceries. So most candies. You have to look at the ingredients. Rabbi-Ovadia's list has a long list of candies which is kosher for Pesach, but technically you could look at the ingredients, and that goes also. I'm just going to highlight the important things here. Okay, so coconut milk, coconut oil, coconut products, coffee, with milk, coconut milk. Look at the ingredients. Usually, it's only coconut milk. Sometimes they add preservatives. Not a problem. Coconut oil or all oils are not a problem. Coffee, all coffee. Even flavored coffee, they make it a big deal. What? Instant coffee, not a problem. It's another myth. The instant coffee or decaf, the argument was that a certain chemical agent is added to create foaming or
$18
crystal.
a jar for kosher for Pesach.
Yeah, that's highway robbery. That's really, and it's not tasty, right? Just by taster choice or your brand, whatever you like. This is what you buy.
But there's something underneath all of this. Can I?
Yeah, it's money.
No. I mean, for us, I mean, for the past 40 years or so, I've been doing this stuff. And
I know.
the way I was
That's
taught.
a problem. That's a problem.
So I know, but wait a minute. Pesach was a crazy time.
Yes.
An absolutely self-flagellating, nutsy time.
Yes.
But I did it because that's what you have to do for Pesach.
Yes.
Because Judaism, unless I got it wrong, is a religion of the rabbis.
No.
It's not just, wait. It's not just the Torah. If it's just...
No, but it's not. But you're right. But the
then
rabbis.
how do we know which ones we don't and which ones
No,
we
but
do?
there's
Because
halakha.
the rabbis own the right to say it.
Yeah, but the rabbis. This is the rabbis of the past. The rabbis of the Mishnah.
Right.
The rabbis of today. They had turned it into an industrialized machine, where they will decide for you what you can eat, what you cannot eat. You should research the halakha. You should research the concepts behind it. This is given to you here as a block.
Well, I'm going to try it this way
Yeah.
and see if Pesach feels different.
So let me read to you something
Sorry
here.
to interrupt.
No, you're right, 100%. Listen, I get emails all the time. I keep doing it because it's an encouragement. People tell me things like, just yesterday I got an email. Someone says it's the first time in 20 years that I'm going to have a stress-free Pesach. I said, why do you have to be stressed for Pesach? I mean, I'm stressed for Pesach. My wife is obviously stressed for Pesach, but not in a crazy way. We're concerned. We're going to have guests. We want to make sure that everything is ready on time, but don't go crazy. I've seen in a couple of years ago in ShopRite in Brooklyn, a team of a mother and daughter shopping for Pesach, right? They stood by the conveyor belt at ShopRite, and their shopping cart was lined. They brought plastic bags from home
Didn't want chametz.
and lined it, so God forbid something didn't didn't stick to the racks of the shopping cart, and they put all the products inside. But the daughter would place the things on the conveyor belt only after the mother wiped it clean. So she kept continuously wiping the conveyor belt clean. So because when it goes underneath, it might pick chametz from, even though they just cleaned it a second ago. So this is an example of how people go crazy. So look, just in the introduction, wow, we're run out of time today. The introduction to I'm skipping the list for a second and going to the introduction is called the Starkey Pesach Kitchen. It says this: as the Yom Tov of Pesach nears, and the diligent balabusta begins to tackle the challenge of preparing the kitchen for Pesach. The balabusta is a word in Yiddish that comes from Hebrew. It means ba'alat habayit, the homemaker. Ba'alas habayis became balabuste. Balabusta is the equivalent to eshet hayil or shatra or jada'it, different words for that. Right? Obviously, everything here falls on the woman. Hopefully, the husband's help. I grew up in a household where my mother gave us chores, and everyone had to do something, so we all learned to do everything.
Inside the kitchen?
And everywhere. The kitchen, laundry, cooking, everything you had to do, and it's good. And I have made sure my kids will know it as well. So it says, the diligent balabusta begins to tackle the challenge of preparing the kitchen. It's a challenge that you have to tackle, right? It says, undoubtedly, the light at the end of the tunnel is beginning to shine. Why tunnel? Why are you in the tunnel? Why are you in the tunnel? This is the mentality. This is the mentality of the. I'm sorry to say that, but the Frum Ashkenazi community has brought into the general Jewish mentality. It wasn't like that in the Sephardic community. We worked hard, but we never felt that it was a burden. But I heard it in a radio show, Kosher radio show, Kosher for Pesach. Also in Brooklyn, the rabbi said, Pesach is around the corner. No, it's difficult. It's going to be hard, and it's really tough. Like he's crying. Why are you crying? Why do it have to be? It doesn't have to be suffering. You have to come to it with joy. So all these things that people come and look into the kitchen, right, and they see hametz monsters looming everywhere. And if once you know the halakha, like I explained it, it's about absorption of a flavor or the mixture of hametz ingredients into your food, right? So let's say you approach the fridge. People clean, behind the racks, move them out, which is good for spring cleaning. It's fun. I did that yesterday. I took an hour or two to help my wife with preparing the kitchen. She wanted all the snacks out of the. We have a drawer full of snacks, hametz and hametz. She says, put them all in clear plastic bins and put them in the garage. Anyone who wants to eat, let them go to the garage. Anyway, we're going to school is over soon. I said, okay. I went to the garage, bar minan. It's a mess, and it's a mess because over the winter. You just put whatever you have to put there. You open the door, you put it there, and you come back. It was freezing. Yesterday was good weather, so it took me 2 hours to make space and clear and trash a lot of stuff, and that's good feeling. I'm not saying it's not, but it was. I didn't feel stress in any way.
But it's not Pesach.
It's not Pesach, right? No, I didn't find any hametz ingredient in the garage that I didn't know was there. I put all aside, and then I had one shelf clear to put those things. And it's a good feeling, but it was, we have to do it with the right state of mind. Now, the fridge is always maintained clear. It's not like the ice boxes of Amcor 11.
Yeah.
Remember that when we had the fridges when I was a kid, the refrigerators in Israel, you could barely stick maybe one piece of chicken in because the ice would accumulate. And you were afraid that maybe there are breadcrumbs there, so you had to melt. We don't have it today. Now, what would happen? Let's say you didn't clean the fridge at all for Pesach. You didn't clean it. You just put stuff, took everything out, whatever was hametz stuff you took out, and you put new stuff in, right? What happens? There should be a big enough piece of real hametz, like pasta, let's say, piece of bread that is left there and you didn't see, and that piece of bread will creep into your pot. How is that going to happen? It's going to cling into the pot and climb slowly and jump inside. It's not going to happen. So we're doing above.
Maybe in a plastic bag or something.
Yeah, so we'll stay in the plastic bag.
Right.
I mean, you have to think of a situation where you have a cookie or bread placed in the fridge without any package, and that piece of bread or cookie falling into the food and you're not noticing it.
But you said we've already taken it out.
Right, exactly. So I'm saying after you just
We
took
didn't
out,
clean it.
we didn't clean exactly. So
there's not going to be a piece of bread.
right, what's going to be is maybe crumbs or something, hiding under the racks, and
crumbs don't count.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Just look at it logically, and have in mind that we're doing what we can. We don't have to go crazy. God is happy with us.
But we can 3 years ago, we did say that, לא להשתגע, but ושמחת וחגה.
Exactly.
The rabbi in Israel says, אל תשתגעו ושמחת וחגה.
Exactly. ברוך ה' לעולם אמן ואמן.